Hi folks, it's Evil here from Thundermist Lure Company. So glad to see you and welcome to today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. I'm out here with Rick. For those of you who have subscribed, you might recall last year, Rick, we were down here and Rick hooked into a huge salmon twice. Lost them both. So today, it's all about getting Rick into a salmon. So Rick, today's your day.
I'm looking forward.
Okay, so I'm running the Chartreuse Stingeye, the size number 4. What do you got on, Rick?
Size number 4 Stingeye silver.
Oh, you got the silver?
I have.
Okay, why silver?
Just the difference. Just to try it.
Just to try it, okay. Well, here's the thing. Silver works anytime, actually. You could use silver at any point in time, any water. Now, we were just talking because there's been a lot of wind, and the water today, folks, is really murky. There's only probably about 12 inches of visibility. That's about it. So the silver, like I say, will work under any condition. Gold is actually better under these murky conditions. I'm using the Chartreuse right now, at least for starters. Chartreuse is another one of those colors that you could use at any time, any water, murky, clear, doesn't matter. So we're gonna mix things up. I might switch to the gold. You're gonna stay with the silver for now.
Yep.
And we'll see what happens. Hopefully we could trigger a bite. It's gonna be tough though, Rick.
We'll give it our best shot.
These water conditions are not the best, but it's still a beautiful day to be out here, and we're fishing, so it really doesn't get any better than this. So glad you could join us, folks, so stay tuned. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's a hit. Oh boy, just as I was beginning to wonder about this murky water, Rick went up to tie on he wanted to put the gold on because of the murky water, so he's tying on a gold. And meanwhile, oh boy, I got into a hit. Oh man. Rick, I was hoping you'd get the first fish. Next one, okay, if we're lucky. Oh, he is just peel and drag, folks, now. We gotta tighten up a little bit. Wow, he's running. So, I'm actually running 30-pound braid today. I spooled up a little heavier. It gives me a little more leverage with these big salmon. I gotta keep them from going out into that current. Normally I'm running 20-pound, but today I decided to go with 30. The only problem is with the 30, it's a little bit thicker, so I'm losing a little bit of distance, casting distance. But with this murky water, it doesn't really matter. I still can't have my drag too tight or they'll still break you off. Now I want to tell you too what I did. Rick, I'll let you know this too. Oh man, what I did to trigger that bite. I was reeling really slow with this low visibility and with this murky water. I want to give those fish a chance to see my lure. And that, the Stingeye gives off flash and vibration, so by going nice and slow, it also gives them an opportunity to see the lure, again with this very low light, low visibility, this murky water. So when you're faced with murky water conditions, it's always a good idea to slow down your retrieve and give those fish a chance to hone in on your lure. And it looks like it worked for me today, Rick.
Beauty.
Okay, and we only have an hour or two at the most. So the pressure's on, Rick, for you. Okay. Oh. Come on, Mr. Salmon. Feels like a real nice fish, folks. I love October. It's the 3rd week of October. We had a lot of heavy wind and a little bit of rain. And it's driven those salmon into the rivers big time. We're fishing the Niagara River today. Oh boy. And if you've never fished for salmon, October is a great time for the boatless angler to fish for salmon, because they come in from the lake, they move into the rivers and tributaries, And there's all kinds of opportunity for the boatless angler to get out there and catch a salmon. I'm trying, Rick.
He's getting here.
Well, slowly.
It's got to be a big fish.
It's gonna be a good salmon, eh? There's not much you could do.
I hope he doesn't go around that bend.
If he goes around the bend, we're in big trouble. He's already going into an area where I know there's lots of rocks, so if he wraps himself around the rock...
He hasn't got a lot of line left. He's almost here.
Oh. See if I can swing him back around. I'll bring him down to there. Ooh, big swirl, real big swirl. Big swirl.
He's in. There he is.
Okay. Now what happens in the fall, these salmon start to turn color because they're moving in here to spawn. So they start to turn dark. They lose their nice silvery glow. And they start to turn golden, and then from golden they turn black, like literally all black. So we'll see how much color change there is in this salmon. Okay. There he is, Rick. Oh, he's pretty dark. Oh, but not bad though. Okay, head first. And he's in the bag. Nice landing net job there, Rick. Beautiful salmon. Okay.
Nice.
What I'd like to do, I'm going to keep him in the water. Okay. So I could take the hook out, keep him alive, because that's a male. We're going to release this fish. Okay, you can see my hook right in the side of the mouth there. So I'm going to get a needle nose out, and we're going to get that guy off the hook and hopefully released. It's just in the side of the mouth there, Rick.
Good fish.
Yeah, real nice fish. There we go. Okay. Okay, now that we got him off, Rick, look at this fish. Look at this fish. Go ahead and grab the net. That's a huge salmon right there, folks. What a beauty.
Gorgeous.
Hey, look at
nice
that.
Fight too.
Oh, great fight.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a male. Oh, he wants to go already. Look at that. He's ready to go. There he goes. Wow, that didn't take long. Okay.
Beautiful. Good work.
Good start, isn't it?
Yeah, great start.
Hey,
All right.
Rick. Hey.
Another one.
What do you think? You think the chartreuse is working today or what?
I think it's on.
Holy sun. Now, I also think what's helping us today with this murky water is the sun. That sun is helping us big time. I think it's adding that, giving a little more flash to the blade there.
Could be.
Yeah. Now, Rick, do you want to take this rod?
Oh, thanks, Evo. You hooked him. You go ahead.
You
Land
sure?
him. I'm positive.
I'm happy to hand it over.
Go ahead, Evo. Thanks anyway.
All right. He's just taken off. Oh boy, this is a riot, folks. This is unbelievable fishing. Niagara River.
Producing.
Yes. We've been out here how long? 45 minutes?
Yeah. Less than an hour.
And that means we have about another hour left before we have to call it.
That's it.
Well, the good news is he's swimming right into this bay. So he's out of the current, which means I can kind of direct him a bit. Oh boy, this is why you need a good drag, because these salmon will burn your drag system. They'll burn up your reel, so it's very, very important to have a reel with a real good drag. I don't know if he's bigger than that last one. I don't think so. I got a little glimpse of him. He's every bit as strong. Come on, now. The other thing you can do when you're fighting these fish, they're pretty much going to go where they want to go. But the position of your rod, you can try to turn the fish one way or another by moving your rod left or right. or up like this,
Yeah.
trying to force them up, get them out of those rocks. So that's the one thing you do have control over, folks, is you don't have much control over that salmon. When he wants to run, he's going to run. But you can help guide him left, right, or up just by positioning your rod in the right way. Okay, we got him in a little tighter. It doesn't mean he's going to not take off again, Rick. So he could have another good run. You see? Oh, I just saw a big tail and a swirl. Big tail and a swirl.
Oh, he's the same size as the other one.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's a I didn't notice it was a male or a female. If it's got a hook jaw, Rick, it's a male.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have a hook jaw, then it's a female. Oh, come on. They are so strong. He does not want to come in. Just does not want to come in. I just love
Look at him.
I love October and I love salmon fishing. And there he is. It looks thin. I didn't see the jaw, but he looks skinny, so I imagine it's a male, but we'll see. Oh. This is unbelievable.
He's not going to give up that last little yard away from the shore.
Oh, gee. And when we got up this morning, it was what, 2 degrees Celsius?
Yeah, it was cool this morning.
Very, very cold, but sure worth it. Okay, Rick, head first. Oh, I can get him in. Oh, he just doesn't want to come in. Okay, I'll try to guide him now. I'll try to turn him.
Yep. I'm ready.
There we go. I turned him this way. Now, head first in the bag. Nice net job, Rick. Beauty.
That's a female, isn't it?
If it doesn't have a hook jaw, it's a female. You're absolutely right. And where's my Stingeye? It's buried right in his mouth.
Oh, she swallowed it.
Oh, just hammered it. Okay, let's get this guy off. I got to snap a quick photo too. So, okay, give me a minute here. Okay, we got it out. And this salmon, folks, we're going to keep this one. That's a big, heavy salmon right there. Hey, Rick.
Beautiful.
I'm going to save, and I think that one's bigger and heavier than that last one.
Yep.
We're going to keep this fish, and he's not totally black yet, so the good thing to do with these salmon when they start to turn color, if you want to keep them, they're okay to eat, but they're better if you smoke them. If you like smoked salmon, that's the time to do it right there. Okay, unbelievable.
That's great.
Rick, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't it something?
Another one.
Oh my goodness, this chartreuse is on fire today, Rick. I think oh, you put a chartreuse on now. Okay, good. Sometimes, folks, one color just works better than others. But I honestly think under these conditions, it's really helping a lot. And this sun with that silver blade is working too very well.
Perfect.
Wow, this is just amazing down here, folks. If you've never been down here at Niagara River, it's fantastic just to see the salmon jumping.
Yeah.
Hey?
You see watching them jump all morning.
It's just, it's quite entertaining. And then, of course, when you catch them,
that's even better.
That's even more entertaining. But I don't know if you could tell or not because of the sun, but there's all kinds of birds flying over the main part of the river. And they're diving and they're feeding on smelts and shads. And these spinners, that's what they look like, a dying smelt or dying shad. And again, these fish aren't really here to feed. You got to kind of trigger the bite because they're just in here to spawn. So what we're doing is we're actually triggering these fish into biting. Oh, this is great. Oh, that's a good one. Now, I also mentioned I'm running 30-pound braid, and normally I run 20. I should have mentioned also that, of course, I am running a fluorocarbon leader. And the leader I'm running is 25-pound fluorocarbon leader, so it's plenty strong.
Yeah.
And I just use a Uni-Knot to tie the two together. If you've never tied a Uni-Knot, I've got a video, a short video that shows how easy it is to tie the Uni-Knot. We'll put a link here for you so that you could check out that Uni-Knot. But it's a good knot. It's a strong knot. I really like it. It's easy to tie. Oh, I can feel him too rubbing up against the rocks. So this
Yeah.
is where you want to make sure your line, and that's the thing with fluorocarbon line, it's abrasion resistant, more so than mono is. And it really helps when these fish are in the rocks like this. Another good fish. This, folks, is world-class fishing right here in Niagara. In October, that October is prime. We're here the 3rd month of October, and it's just prime fishing. Prime fishing. And it's a great opportunity for the boatless angler.
Yep.
No boat required. I'm starting to gain on him, Rick, but you know how that goes.
Yeah.
You gain on him and then he just takes another run, you know? They're just so hard to land. They're also so much fun. Oh yeah. Not quite as big as the last two. This one actually I think is a little more silvery.
Not quite as black, eh?
No. Oh, he's just thrashing left and right, and I'm just trying to keep him off those rocks. Yeah, he's not as dark as the other fish.
No.
Okay, see what I mean? You think you have him in, but you don't. Oh, so strong. And it's starting to warm up. Okay, here he comes. Oh boy, here he comes, Rick. Head first. There we go. Oh, that's okay. I know we should have a bigger net, right?
He saw the net.
Yeah,
and changed his mind.
And it's just a small net, but if you go head first, that's it. That's it. Nice. That is another nice fish, and not as dark. We're gonna let's keep him in the water. I might release or I might keep him. Not sure yet, but I definitely want a photo. So let's get him off the line. Grab a photo.
Super.
Okay. There we go, Rick.
Beautiful.
Okay. That, folks, is what it's all about right there. Salmon fishing at its best for the boatless angler. Right there, that's an absolute beautiful, beautiful fish. And he's not even that dark. Not at all. But you know what, folks? The month of October, what an opportunity for the boatless angler. No boat required, and you catch beautiful big salmon like this. It's just fantastic. So, Rick, unfortunately, it's almost time to go. So you know what that means? We're just gonna have to come back and get you into a fish.
I'll be in.
That's a good problem to have, right?
Yeah.
This means another day on the water, but if you get an opportunity, folks, give salmon fishing a try. Month of October is just a great month, and wherever you are, get a line wet and have some fun. We're having a ball out here today. I want to thank you ever so much for tuning in to today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips, and as always, folks, until next time, good luck and good fishing. Wow, what a fish! What a fish! That's a dandy.